It's time for the One Bar and Lupica Show, bringing you anything and everything Minnesota Vikings.
Welcome to professional football.
Hello, welcome back to the One Bar and Lupica Show. I am Lupigus. Mike Zimmer recently had a press conference today with the media, and that's usually who you have press conferences with. And anyway, here's some news, notes, and nuggets from his presser. Yannick Ngakoue was the big talker. Obviously, no big surprise there. Quite a few tidbits on Zimmer's impression of him and how he thinks he fits in. When asked about Ngakoue, he said he's got a lot of stats, called him another pass rusher, and he's excited. And he said this in the most monotone, dry voice you could ever imagine. There was no excitement in his voice, but he said he was excited for him, so that's good. He wouldn't comment if he'd be tried at right end or where. Actually, he seemed almost pissed off that he was even asked that question. He just said he wants to see him on the field first. He did hint, though, that with two elite pass rushers on the line, teams can't double team or chip one guy as much as they could when you got to worry about guys on both sides. So, again, he did seem to perk up a little bit at that thought. So I think that's the main reason why you see him brought in over Adenabo, because with Adenabo in there, Hunter probably was going to see that chipping, going to see more than one body on him every single snap. So I think this eliminates that worry as far as Hunter seeing more double teams than he did a season ago with Griffin opposite him. When asked about Ngakoue's tendency to create forced fumbles, he said that is something that guys can learn how to do and excel at. He said being a pass rusher, they know where that ball's at, and they are taught and know where to swat. So that's something that is actually a skill that can be worked on. He did say that Andre Patterson, they already like the moves that Ngakoue has, but he is this guy who can teach him some more moves. So if you can make this already elite pass rusher even better, that's only good news for the purple. And he did say the last Ngakoue nugget was that he expects him on the field tomorrow for practice. When asked overall about the team over the course of camp, he said both sides of the ball have improved. I hope that's true. The latest notes on the offense haven't been exactly encouraging, but he said they both improved, so I'll take his word for it. He said they're going to play he was asked about how the normal preseason to be getting ready for the Browns with the Thursday game this week. He said today they're playing like a fourth quarter situation in practice. He said it has been different, but he feels like they are well prepared for the season. So it's been different, but they've been, I guess they feel like they're prepared. We'll see. You'd like to see those young guys get a taste of game action, but that's all going to have to come week one this year. But everybody's in the same boat. He said Oli Udoh is asked about Oli Udoh. He said Udoh's done a nice job, but has some stuff to clean up. And maybe that stuff that he has to clean up is the reason why they got Riley Reef to re-sign, to restructure his deal. They just didn't feel safe with him over there at right tackle. He was asked if they started game planning yet for Green Bay. He says they have not, and they are focusing on us right now, which means he's worried about his own team right now, figuring out how this final 53-man roster is going to shake out and who exactly is going to be playing where come week one. He said they worry about Green Bay next week. And the last thing he said, he was kind of asked about talking with Rick Spielman and how it's been different this year with the whole COVID thing. And he said he did acknowledge it has been tricky. He said, evaluating these young players, you don't want to give up on a guy too quick or hang on too long. So what I read into that is you think about the Courtney Davises, the Kenny Willekes, Miles Dorn, Harrison Hand, maybe these young players that they'd like to keep on the team, whether it be on the practice squad or whatever. The fear is that you try to sneak them on there and then they get taken, snapped up by somebody else, and then they turn out to be a hell of a player down the road. So you want to make sure you feel pretty damn strong about these players before you end up giving them that release and trying to sneak them through on the practice squad. Obviously, Brian Cole was one of those guys that they realized they needed to give up on right away. So that's it. Those are your main talkers from Mike Zimmer's presser. Overall, he seemed a little bit grumpy for a guy who just scored himself an elite pass rusher, but that's just Zim. Maybe he was just craving a Bud Light. Who knows? All right, so that's all I got for now. Make sure you always keep your skull in your hole.